Hey, good day to everybody once again. Uh, I'm Joel National, okay, and I will discuss the additional module, okay, to be discussed as of this moment for motivation, leadership, and communication work in an organization. So last meeting, we have discussed, last video, we have discussed about the five managerial functions, which includes planning, organizing, um, staffing, and then the fourth one, okay, is motivation and leadership. Okay, and then next module we will be discussing monitoring or controlling, okay, part of managerial functions. Okay, this is also very important as part of managerial functions, motivation and leadership, because uh, of course you have your staff. What will you do with your staff in order for them to do the job assigned to them? So we need to motivate and lead them to achieve the goal of the company or your organization. Your company is your organization. Okay, so I am going to share the screen. Okay, as you can see, motivation, leadership, and communication work in an organization. So this is very important. But before that, we will define first the meaning of motivation. Okay. But we have, uh, let's see the objective of this module and then short recap and then the meaning of motivation. Okay. So the objective is the learner should be able to acquire the importance of motivation, leadership, and communication in an organization. Okay. Why is it important? You as a manager, why do you need this one, motivation and leadership? Okay, so this is the scenario as a recap for you to think. You are a newly hired employee as provisionary. You work as an information and technology specialist. You work under the supervision of an IT manager. You are compensated according to rank. During your 6 months period, your manager will evaluate your performance. What do you think are the best motivational factors for you to work and perform well in the company? So give at least three factors and explain each factor. Okay, just like a pre-test. What are the three motivational factors? Okay, that will motivate you, okay, to work and to continue your work in that company. Okay, so I will leave those three factors and then the corresponding explanation here. Okay, three motivational factors and then the explanation. Okay, now what is motivation? Okay, motivation, okay, is the word derived from the word motive, okay, which means needs, desires, wants, or drives within the individual. Okay, this came from the module. Okay, from the module. So, based on the definition, as you can see, we have come up with, uh, when you say needs, desires, and wants that drive the individual. Let's see, my created. Okay. created uh, presentation, okay, motivation, but this came from the module, of course, the module for organization and management students. And this has been presented by Mom Jennifer Garcia. Okay, and then I only revise it and improve. Okay, this desire for money, success, recognition, job satisfaction, and teamwork. So these different aspects will drive, motivate an employee uh, or individual to work. Okay, desire for money. Of course, you will work and then you will receive a payment. So desire for money. Then desire for success. You will work, you will receive, okay, that will be one of your stepping stone for you to achieve your success. Okay, although you will start from the very beginning, lower level, and then after that, you will be expecting that you will be promoted on a higher level. Okay, and recognition. The things that you have done will be recognized by the company, as we have discussed from the previous video about reward system. Okay, so this will be uh, one of the things that motivate the employee. And job satisfaction. Okay, you will be satisfied with your job because you have your money, success, and you will be recognized. And then the last one will be having a teamwork. Okay, you will be experiencing, since you are a member of an organization, you will be experiencing, okay, working with a team. Okay, so by that, you will be motivated to work, to do the job. Okay, and of course, these are the things that will stimulate, okay, stimulate or stimulus for an individual or employee. Okay, when needs are satisfied, the satisfaction or accomplishment of the goals. Okay, therefore, we can say that motivation is a psychological phenomenon, which means needs and wants of the individuals have to be tackled by framing an incentive plan. Okay, so you as a manager later on see the need for motivation to motivate your employee. So you will be preparing an incentive plan for them to be motivated. Okay, there are three classical theories of motivation. The first one is Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. The other one is Herzberg's two-factor theory, will be discussed later on. Theory X and theory Y. Okay, for you, we have identified three for you to easily remember. Okay, so this different theories has been improved. Okay, has been improved. But for you to understand the basis, okay, the baseline for classical theories of motivation, we need to discuss, okay, this one. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, as you can see, it's a triangle. It starts with psychological needs. So below psychological needs, these are the basic needs of air, water, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, so that is normal. That's why basic, baseline. Without air, of course, you will not live. Water, food, clothing, so very important. Okay, so that is needed. The other one going up is safety needs. Safety needs include physical, environmental, and emotional safety. Physical means you need to have a house in order for you to be safe. If you are working in a company, there is a security guard, okay, safety, and then the area is safety. So for you to encourage employees to work in your company, it should be safe, okay? And then the other one is social needs, okay, which identified here as love, belonging. Social needs include the need for love, affection, care, belongingness, and friendship. Okay, social needs. So growing up, but safety first before love. Team needs, as you can see, internal needs and external team needs. Okay, so internal self-respect, confidence, competence, achievement, and freedom. And external esteem needs recognition, power, status, attention, and administration. Okay, so self-esteem. So you, okay, working as a manager, you will be building your self-esteem. So trust yourself, self-respect. You have the confidence because you already have the experience. You are guiding your employees. So in this level, almost you already have completed, okay, according to Abraham Maslow's the different needs. But the last one is self-actualization. Self-actualization includes the urge to become what you are capable of becoming. Okay, so if you dream to be the president of the country, okay, and then you achieve that, you are already having your self-actualization. Okay, but of course, it depends upon okay, each individual. For them, uh, reaching the level of managers can be uh, identified as they are already having self-actualization already. Okay, so it depends upon the individual. So in this level, self-actualization, you already have your esteem needs, you already have your love, belongingness, safety, and psychological, okay, all in one. Because already reach, before you can reach the top, you already have those at the bottom, okay. That is from Abraham Maslow's. Okay, how about the other one? Classical theories of motivation. It's Herbert's two-factor theory of motivation. Okay, managers should give employees appropriate salaries to purchase the basic necessities of life. Breaks and eating opportunities should be given to employees. So Hertzberg's two-factor theory separated by hygiene and motivating factors. Okay. Uh, as far as safety needs are concerned, managers should provide the employees job security, hygienic environment, and retirement benefits so as to retain them. So if your company is not providing that, that means you're not achieving, you're having poor hygiene factors. Okay, so okay, Herzberg's two-factor theory of motivation, okay, identified by poor hygiene and motivating factors. If, for example, you did not achieve, okay, your company is not achieving the needs, esteem needs, and other factors described by Abraham Maslow's. In Herzberg's two-factor theory, you are having poor hygiene factors. Okay. Uh, and then um, hygiene factors are those job factors which are essential for existence of motivation at workplace. And the examples of hygiene factors are pay, company policies and administrative policies, French benefits, physical working conditions, status, interpersonal relations, job security. So poor hygiene factors. If you miss these different items for hygiene. But for motivational factors, those on the higher ups or higher level of Abraham Maslow's, the motivating factors. So recognition, sense of achievement, growth and promotional opportunities, responsibility, meaningfulness of work. Okay, so as you can see, these motivational factors, they increase job satisfaction. Okay, and as you can see in this explanation, it's going up. Okay, it's going up. So two-factor theory. But of course, this one can also go up once your company is achieving or providing the different needs of your employees, as we have mentioned a while ago. Okay, pay, company policies, fringe benefits, physical working conditions, status, interpersonal relations, and job security. Okay, so those are the differences and relationship of Abraham Maslow's and Herzberg's two-factor theory of motivation. While the other motivational factors, theory X and theory Y, it has been designed, okay, discussed in 1960 by Douglas MacGregor, who formulated theory X and theory Y. Human behavior at work, in other words, two different views of individuals, employees, one of which is negative, called the theory X, and the other is positive, so-called theory Y. So according to MacGregor, the perception of managers of the nature of individual is based on various assumptions. So if that is negative, theory X. If the assumption is positive, theory Y. So there are examples in the module. For example, for theory X, an average employee intrinsically does not like work and tries to escape it whenever possible. So that is theory X. Since the employee does not want to work, he must be persuaded, compelled, or warned. Theory X, negative. Always need to be persuaded. Many employees rank job security on the top, and they have little or no aspiration and ambition. So those are the examples of theory X. Employees generally dislike responsibilities. Employees resist change. An average employee needs formal direction. Okay, according to theory X. But for assumptions for theory Y, employees can perceive their job as relaxing and normal. Employees may be required only treat external control and coercion to work, but they can use self-direction and self-control. If job is rewarding and satisfying, then it will result in employees' loyalty and commitment to organizations. You can see positive. So this is considered as theory Y. An average employee can learn to admit and recognize the responsibility. The employees have the skills and capabilities. Okay, so positive thinking for theory Y. Thus, we can see that Jury X represents pessimistic view of employees, nature and behavior at work, while Jury Y presents the optimistic view of employees, nature and behavior of work. Okay, so see the differences. So negative, Jury X, positive, Jury Y. Now, let's go on. Okay, the assumptions for Jury X and Jury Y, as we have mentioned a while ago. Let's go on with the core leadership theories, learning the foundation of leadership. Okay, core leadership theories. So let's see the foundation of leadership. A while ago, it's motivation, but now it's about leadership. Okay, the four core theory groups. Trait theories. Okay, trait theories. What type of person makes a good leader? Okay. Trait theories argue that effective leaders share a number of common personality characteristics or traits. The early trait theory said that leadership is innate, intrinsic quality that you do or don't have. Okay. Thankfully, we've moved on from this idea and we're learning more about what we can do to develop leadership qualities within ourselves and others. It helps us identify traits and qualities. For example, integrity, empathy, assertiveness, good decision-making skills, and likability. Okay, so what type of person makes a good leader? So there are different traits. The other one, behavioral theories. So what does a good leader do? Okay, what are the behaviors? Focus on leaders behave. For instance, do leaders dictate what needs to be done and expect cooperation, or they involve their teams in decision making to encourage acceptance and support? Okay, so in 1930s, Kurt Lewin developed a framework based on leadership and behavior. Okay, so he argued that there are three types of leaders: autocratic leaders, democratic leaders, and laissez-faire leaders. Okay, so autocratic, more on make decisions without consulting their teams. This style of leadership is considered appropriate when decisions need to be made quickly. Okay, but for democratic, leaders allow the teams to provide input before making a decision. So allow their subordinates to make an input. Laissez-faire doesn't don't interfere. They allow people within the team to make many of the decisions. So those are the differences. And the other one is contingency theories. How does the situation influence good leadership? When you say contingency, there are things to be done as a contingency if there are problems that will occur. Uh, the realization that there is no one correct type of leader lead to theories that the best leadership style depends on the situation. Okay, so a while ago, behavioral theories, now contingency theories. It depends upon the situation. Okay, it depends upon the problem. So you need to have a contingency if problem will arise. The other one is power and influence theories. Okay, what is the source of leaders' power? Okay, this take an entirely different approach. Based on different ways the leaders use power and influence to get things done. Okay, and they look at the leadership styles that emerge as a result. So power and influence. Okay, so those are the different leadership styles. Importance of good communication at the workplace. You have your motivation, you have your leadership, but how will you communicate this to employees? So the importance of strong communication runs deep within the workplace. There are five important reasons. Innovation, okay, growth, okay. For innovation, when employees have the opportunity to express their ideas openly, they are more likely to present ideas without fear or ridicule or retaliation. Okay, so if there are employees, you have employees, you wanted them to share also with the innovation for your company, you can also do that. Okay, if they are not having fear in making suggestion, because they are on the lower level, they can also contribute with the success of the company. Okay, in growth, communication can be seen internally and externally by associating yourself internally and by establishing strong communication lines. You ensure the consistency of externally derived message. Okay, so you can also make use of this during meeting, showing the growth of the company. They communicate the achievement of the company, shows the growth of the company. And then team building can also be done by mutual cooperation. You will be effective in building effective teams by implementing effective strategies such as those listed uh, in the module to improve communication. So team building. So you can also uh, encourage your employees, okay, to have a seminar and have a team building activity so that they can also join. So if you're doing that, they will be trained to join in the success of the company by having or building a team. And having the effective communication, who will be the one to do that? Of course, you as a manager will be the one to communicate the growth, innovation to your employees. So how can you do it effectively? Um, you can do it by having a building your team. Okay, not only talks to people but give them the opportunity to talk to each other. Strong communication channels are essential. So in order for your business or your company to have a good communication, so you will be providing them with the ways to communicate with each other. Okay, so during meetings, okay, if there are new information, you can have a meeting and uh, they can be allowed to ask, okay, as if they are part of the team. Okay, giving a voice to all. Okay, so you can do that as we have mentioned a while ago by having a meeting, seminars, and of course, ways by the company to let the employees know their thoughts, uh, experiences in that scenario. There are companies wherein there is a box. They can just put employees can just put their comment suggestions in the box, and it will be checked by the management. So giving them an access of voice and will be heard by the company. Okay. How can you improve the communication in your workplace? Define goals and expectations. Okay. So define your goals. So by having projects, and then expectations. Okay. Projects we're in, they will be allowed to give suggestions. And of course, expectations that these suggestions being given, being sent to management, are being heard. Okay? Clearly deliver your message. In having a meeting, of course, you will take them out of the operation, and then so that they will be focused. They have a focus on the message. There will be no reason for them to say that, I'm busy. So if you are being called in a meeting, that will be, you need to stop your production and have a meeting and hear the message coming from the manager. Okay, choose your medium carefully. So it can be during a meeting, it can be during a memo, okay, memorandum, or different ways by the company to do it effectively. Okay, keep everyone involved. Okay, every employee is very important in the success of the company. So let them hear the growth, the improvement, and then the concerns of management. Okay, listen and show empathy. Okay, it doesn't mean that there are complaints that is already negative. Sometimes there is a complaint for the company to improve. And if you will hear that, that will be, the company will be benefited. Okay? So be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact, by William James. Okay, so we have learned the importance of motivation, leadership, or different types of leadership, and of course, communication, which is very important in management functions. You as a manager later on, okay, will think different ways in order to motivate, to lead your people to achieve the goal of your business. Okay, so this has been created by Mom Jennifer Garcia, and then modified by me. And thank you for watching.